All right, so you're in the market, you're shopping, you're brand new, you don't know what's what and what is good, what's bad. So in this video, I'm going to break down the two creme de la creme, right? The two top dogs, in my opinion, the best mints out there. The Royal Canadian Mint, which is on your right here, and the Perth Mint, right? Two of the my all-time favorites. I'm going to break it down to you, which ones I like from each mint, should I say, and why I stack them and why I choose to keep buying them, and the overall value and quality. I can assure you it's impeccable. So stay right here. Let's get into it. All right. So no intro today, just going to go right into it. All right. So the Perth Mint, right? Oh man, some good stuff. All right. The overall designs, quality, it's impeccable, but they do have issues, right? More on that in a little while. The Royal Canadian Mint, they don't have a lot of variety, but the variety that they do make and the variety that they do mint is pure quality. They don't have a lot of distinct designs and a lot of different types of bullion that you can choose from, say like the Perth Mint does. But what they do produce, you can be assured that it is high quality and that it is very stackable. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to break down which ones I like in gold and then which ones I like in silver. In silver, it's tough. It really is, and I'll get more into that in a few. Now, as far as the quality, right? The Royal Canadian Mint, which is a North American mint right here in, well, obviously North America, but it's a neighboring country to my country, United States. So it is one that I highly covet and that I will stack. Now, the base of my foundation, obviously, is going to be American bullion. But whenever I need to get a little bit more weight up and I want to get a little bit more variety, I look to the Royal Canadian Mint and their quality as far as their gold. And I didn't want to do this video until I grabbed one of their gold bars. And this, yeah, I did cut it out of the assay. If you want to see that video, I will link it at the end of this video for you to go check out. But this is a Royal Canadian Mint 1 ounce gold bar. It's very similar to the 10 ounce version, and that is right here. And the one overall difference, as you can tell, is the maple leaves right here, and then the one right here on the gold. They are right beside the serial number on the gold, and that is the number one distinct difference that I can tell. Now, as far as aesthetics, right, these are very, very beautiful. It's got a great tone. It's got a great hue to it. But in my opinion, if I'm going to be buying some gold, I really do like the Royal Canadian Mint stuff. It's got great price points. It's got great resellability here in the United States. It's well known. It's well coveted. And then that leads me to the Perth Gold. Perth Gold, it's just on a whole nother level. And I'll do this. How about this? We'll put up the 1 ounce gold version of the dragon here, and you can tell just by the look of it, it's just a different tone. It's just a different hue to it. And the queen on here she doesn't look casual, right? Like 2 is 1 always says. She actually has a crown. She has crown jewels on. It just looks a little bit more sophisticated and a little bit better. And I don't know, it's just something magical about Perth Gold. And it's alluring, right? To me, it's my favorite gold to stack outside of American bullion. I think it's the top dog as far as these two mints is concerned. Number 1 for designs, number 2 quality, and number 3 resellability. You can't go wrong with Perth Gold. You can't really go wrong with either of these mints. But as far as gold is concerned, obviously I am a huge fan of the Perth Mint Gold. It's hands down probably the best top premier mint as far as gold is concerned, and I just don't see no downsides to it. It's just magical, and this camera will not do it any justice until you put this in your hand and you can tell. The only thing that really comes close to it is the Royal Canadian Mint bar that I've noticed. Now this bar, once you cut it out of that mint assay, you really see the beauty of that bar. And having it in that plastic, it just takes away from the sheen and the shine to it. So my pick as far as gold, obviously, if you can get it at the introductory price, right? Your kangaroos and then your lunars, they are very, very cheap whenever they first release. Your kangaroos typically stay pretty cheap year round, but the lunar bullion coins, like the ox right here, these start creeping up in value and price whenever you go on the secondary market to grab them, because once they're sold out, they're gone and the price just explodes on them. So keep that in mind whenever you're stacking this stuff. All right. So that leads me to silver. This is the difficult decision as far as which mint is better. Now, I have a key leader as far as gold is concerned, and I've said that. But as far as silver is concerned, it's difficult, man. It's really difficult because, like I said, Perth, they put out a ton of designs, and their designs, by and large, they smack everybody, right? There's no question about that. But what the Royal Canadian Mint does, they do well, right? There's no issues since 2018 that I've found in any of my bullion with the Mint Shield technology, and it's just that's what's making this a very difficult decision. Now, the designs, as far as I'm concerned, they're top notch with with the Perth Mint. They have limited mintage runs. They're very collectible, and whenever they first come out, you gotta jump on them. They really are fantastic, and you just one after the other. One after the other. They're all great, and they're just fantastic. And a lot of these you can get them in gold, whereas in the Royal Canadian Mint, you really don't have too much variety. But like I said, what they do provide, they do well. So this one right here, this is a Canadian Royal Canadian Mint coin right here. They don't make a lot of these. I really wish, and this is the knock, and I'm going to give you a couple knocks on both of these mints at the end of this video of what they should do. Hopefully someone, from these two mints, they watch this video and they take that with a grain of salt and they actually come through with it. All right. So the Royal Canadian Mint, I would highly suggest that you do a little bit more of this right here. This is absolutely stunning. Give us this in a 1 ounce gold version. I'm telling you, we will buy a ton of them. Trust me. But the Royal Canadian Mint, they introduced their Mint Shield technology in 2018, and I think that is on all of their bullion, as far as I know. They're very vague on what they want to give out, but the 10 ounce bar, it's a staple. It's really the staple of any silver stacker. A 10 ounce bar is absolutely a must in any stacker's inventory, and the Royal Canadian Mint, they just knock it out of the park with this bar. Sure, it's a little on the pricey side, but typically on the secondary market, whenever you're going to resell these, you do quite well, and you normally 100% of the time get your premiums back. So that is one thing that I prefer is I always look at the entire spectrum whenever I'm stacking something. Therein lies the issues, right? The flashy stuff, the stuff that looks fantastic, the great designs. You got to give it to the Perth Mint. Again, just hands down some of the best quality stuff you're going to get. And I know a lot of us stackers were all about the weight. But sometimes it's fun to add something that's cool, a conversation piece, something that we know somebody's going to be like, wow, look at that. Every time I show my dad one of these things, he just goes crazy because he's like, wow, that's amazing. So that leads me to my knock on the Perth Mint here. And everything in the capsules that they produce is superior quality. But what I've noticed is their regular bullion stuff that comes in the tubes, right? Stuff that comes loose like this right here, it tends to milk spot. And that is my knock on the Perth Mint. Now, as far as that is concerned, a lot of you guys, you don't care about milk spots, but people like me here, I care. I want my stuff to be high quality, and you can see it all along the edge right there of these bars right here. So these bars are kind of like a premium piece. So I don't want to pay a premium price for something that's going to milk spot. So that's my only issue as far as the Perth Mint is concerned, as far as quality. And you can see it all up and down there that it's starting to milk spot. And these have been in the package pretty much the entire time, and they have been touched pretty much the entire time with gloves. So just trying to knock out a couple myths there. So this video is running long now. So let me do this. All right. So as far as what I would like to see from each mint. All right. So from the Perth mint, I would love to see a 10-ounce bar variety, kind of like this, but with manufactured in the same quality that you put in your capsules. I would love to see that, even if it's just the 10-ounce version of these right here. And you can see the milk on there. Even if it's just a 10-ounce version of these, I'd love to see that. I think that you guys would knock it out of the park. I haven't seen the 1-ounce kangaroo bars. And even if you just do the 10-ounce kangaroo bars, I think people would absolutely flock to those, as long as you build them with the same type of quality that you do with your capsules. Now, as far as the Royal Canadian Mint is concerned, I would love to see more variety from you guys. I love stacking your bullion because I know what I'm going to get. I know I'm going to get top quality stuff. I can go through all of these in my stack, and I know none of them have milk spots. But the other ones, right, the 2017s and below, riddled with milk spots. So you guys listened to the stackers out there, and you said, I'm going to fix it. So here's one more knock for you to fix. Give us some variety, give us some more designs, and make them cost effective for us to stack. I think you will do a lot better as far as that's concerned. And I could make another video as far as all the issues that the United States Mint has, but they won't listen. So this is my plea to the Royal Canadian Mint and the Perth Mint. Check it out. Let me know your comments down below, guys. And as always, man, always, this stuff adds up over time. This is not bought in one visit, okay? I've been working on this for a long time. So, guys, it's a grind. So just keep grinding on your stack.